Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Return starts from inside the 5. Oh, and he's got some space here. Gets some blocks. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Arkansas. Who just sprints into the end zone. A kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
He'll return it from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. Guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. And it's a bunch formation. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Short pass, finds the tight end. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
The completion makes it second down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. So on the opening drive, they're backed up here now, 3rd and 9.
Boy, you find a one-on-one matchup just like this, even though it's the first play of the game, and you attack downfield. Regardless of the situation, when you see a matchup as a quarterback, you take advantage of it. What a way to get started here for this offense.
It's a solid gain, moves the ball out to the 28. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Looking for his big tight end. He pulls it in for a big gain. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Second down and goal upcoming. Trying for the touchdown, they'll test the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Great job of the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. He'll hand it off. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Boy, nice throw here by this Arkansas quarterback to be able to pick up big yards on a first down for the Hogs. And Chris, they've had some great ones over the years that could distribute the football. Ryan Mallett, Tyler Wilson, Clint Sterner, just to name a few.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that first down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The key on the third down between the quarterback and the wide receiver is the timing. That quarterback knows that he's got to get the ball out quickly and on time to give his receiver a chance to not just make the catch and stay in bounds, but to be able to give him a chance to maybe get upfield and make a play.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The pickup is 4. He sets up a 3rd and 6 now. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. 4 set of bounds after a nice game. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
And the Razorbacks will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. So with playoff pressure, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Point after, not right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. So the Syracuse offense has back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He'll take a deep shot here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line.
Boy, really good job up front here by the offensive line, giving the quarterback plenty of time for that route to clear underneath before he made the throw.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arkansas 14, Syracuse 7.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Takes the ball, tries the right side here.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, makes it second and medium. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Buying time now, rolling to his left. And the ball caroms into the receiver's hands. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
That quarterback put a little bit more on that football. I thought it was going to get in there, but give credit to the defense for getting a hand on the ball. But the presence of mind by the offense to come up with a completion.
Third down play for this offense. It's press coverage now from these DBs. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Good enough for first down yardage. Syracuse lines up quickly. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. Takes the handoff again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The Orange have it now, first and goal. They'll hand it off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside here by that offensive line.
Coming up, second down and goal. makes his way in for the score. Touchdown, Orangeman. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Arkansas, 14.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. With the catch, it's Shaw.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And here comes a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Hogs. Made the defense look slow that time. And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Delivers from the pocket complete over the middle. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Handoff heading left. Running with purpose. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Arkansas, 21.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
The defensive coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quick throw to the left side. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. The Razorbacks will have to kick it away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Inside the 25. Tackle made after a big gain. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Syracuse lines up quickly. And they're trying to punch it in here. Touchdown, Syracuse. This offense cannot be stopped.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Receiver makes the catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. There's the handoff. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner looking to create better field position. And the returner will be brought down. brings the Syracuse offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Using his legs on the scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He gets loose. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Nothing open downfield, so they'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And here's the handoff. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half course of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Syracuse needing this fourth down conversion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's got it, a fourth down conversion. Drive stays alive. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
On the run here. Lets it go. Makes a quick catch. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Syracuse has moved into the red zone. They look to throw it here on second down. It's a quick grab. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
Back in motion now. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a first and goal inside the 10.
Touchdown, Orangeman. This offense really clicking. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense adding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Throws to the tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Going to try to use his legs here. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking for his back. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Nice read here by the Arkansas quarterback to be able to make this throw and pick up a first down for the Hawks. Did a nice job of waiting for his receiver to get open and then put the ball right on the money.
Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Pulls it in. It's Harris. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That completion makes it second and short. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Shaw. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being...
And it's caught. Touchdown, Arkansas. And they get set now to try the PAT. And it's up and good. There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And they get him down after the completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and medium. They're going to run it here. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
First down and 10 now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. On From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's going to take off. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out into the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. It's a run to the left. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Now, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a 2nd down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Another nice run by this running back. He's well over 100 yards now in the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, as a head coach, you preach 4th quarter offense all year long. The importance of being able to finish out a game. This is a great example. They have secured this football, this drive. They've been able to convert on 3rd downs, and they keep moving this clock. This is a clinic on how to run a 4-minute offense.
They'll run it here. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
2nd effort. Their defense cannot stop them short of the marker.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
We go with a direct snap. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Direct snap to the back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down this possession. Here's 3rd and 5. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. 3rd down, out of the shotgun. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to 3rd down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a 1st down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And he'll set up to throw. They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. DB's backing off from the line now. Quarterback looking to scramble. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. He knocks this one right through, and they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Now the all-important extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Lined up in regular kickoff formation here. 2 timeouts, final minute. I'm not sure they've done the math here. Surprised they're not going for the onside kick. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. And they play keep away here. Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback drops back. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Third down upcoming after that completion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Love to see this with a lead late in the game. In the postseason, you got to trust your offensive line and your back. Not only do you keep the clock moving, you pick up a first down. Now you got a chance to ice this game.
And it's a kneel down.
This has been a great game and a great opportunity for this offense to show what they've been all about all year.